France 24's Bénédicte Paviot joins us once again from Cornwall in England. Bénédicte, we heard about that pledge to donate vaccines, but the big story in the UK right now is this growing row between Prime Minister Boris Johnson and the European Union. Tell us more about that.
It is a growing row. It's escalating in the last 24 hours. It's become almost stratospheric. But interestingly, the UK Prime Minister has denied that there is a massive problem and that this summit was actually dominating behind the scenes this summit. So, of course, what we're talking about is the regulatory checks between Britain and Northern Ireland. This is all because of Brexit. It was thought by the 27 EU countries that this was after complex, lengthy negotiations, renegotiations, change of UK prime ministers, that this, if not put to bed, the UK signed an agreement. So the EU position is this was not the time, nor in the coming days will be the time or weeks to renegotiate what has been signed. It is time to respect what has been signed. And what has really escalated things further is the fact that the Foreign Secretary, Dominic Raab, this morning went on a major British media programme and called the French president's remarks offensive. What was he referring to? The Foreign Secretary was referring to the fact that allegedly President Macron had said to Boris Johnson, or implied, that Northern Ireland wasn't an integral part of the United Kingdom. So, interestingly, in President Macron's press conference, President Macron, and I quote him, says, "We all need to stay very calm. Let's not lose time in disagreements, which are often created in corridors or empty chambers." And like the British Prime Minister, he said that the G7 focused on other priorities. So we're not saying that climate change or COVID vaccines or the relationship with China or the relationship with Russia are not important. What I think we can safely say is that the UK and France's and the rest of the EU's relationship has deteriorated over the last 36 hours when a French president says that a reset of the UK-France relations is necessary. That is not normal language. So I think we can predict with some certainty that the fact also that the British Prime Minister yesterday to British media said that he's prepared to suspend the Northern Ireland Protocol and invoke the Article 16, this looks like edging very seriously towards a major, bitter row and the potential of a trade war. Nothing less. So it is haunting the summit, if not dominating this G7 first in 2 years, 3-day summit.
Bénédicte, you mentioned that growing controversy, that brewing controversy, obviously some major issues there on that side. But of course, the joint communique that was issued just a couple of hours ago, still showing some sense of unity between the members of the G7 nations and covering a wide range of issues. Tell us more about those.
Well, it was nicknamed the COVID summit, the COVID vaccine summit. And of course, it is accurate to have predicted that and accurate now to say that it is in large part that. This global pandemic, all G7 leaders were agreed that this was urgent, that this was grave, that lessons needed to be learnt and actions needed to be taken. So what we see in the final communique is this predicted and now confirmed 1 billion doses that will be donated to countries across the planet that are devastated both in their health systems and also in their economies. And that is good news, very good news. There is more mitigated language in the final communique on China, but it will be very interesting to see if there is a reaction in the coming hours from China and from Russia, particularly given that the US President, Joe Biden, will be meeting President Putin on Wednesday in Geneva.
France 24's Bénédicte Paviot joining us once again from Cornwall in England. Bénédicte, thank you very much.